Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Chioma Chime, and I welcome you all to this month No More Secret program. And I want you all to know one thing. I am so glad that you all showed up today. Whether you were here last month or this is your first time joining us, I want to say thank you for joining. Showing up today took, I know, a lot of courage. And I know you might have other things that you need to do, but you're here today. I want to appreciate you and I want to thank you so much. You're not going to regret coming today. And while we're doing this, I want you to know that by the end of the program, I will send a PDF of the workbook to all the participants today. That will contain what we're going to talk about today. And then it will have like a little activities and exercises that you can do at home. So, but that will be at the end of the program. That is when I will send it to all the participants. Thank you for joining. So I'll send the PDF at the end of the program, and for the participants to be able to use it throughout the week, throughout the month. And today, our topic today is actually talking about understanding your trauma. And that is like the first step towards your healing process. I will introduce myself and then I will jump into the topic of today. So my name is Chioma Chime and I am a survivor. I have been through abuses and by the grace of God, I was able to overcome it. So I am not just thriving. I am not just a survivor, but I'm thriving. So, and that is where I want everyone to be today. I want everybody starting our healing journeys. I want us to not just manage our trauma, but thriving through it, triumphing through it. So with that said, I'm just going to jump into the topic of today, which is understanding our trauma. And why do we need to understand our trauma? We need to understand our trauma to be able to heal. And when I say understand your trauma, I am not talking about you judging yourself or putting pressure on yourself, but actually understanding what had happened to you. Welcome to the program. So I want us to have like a gentle awareness. It's like having a gentle awareness of what had happened and how it happened. It's not, I know we have this memory, and when we have these traumas, it doesn't just affect our memories. It affects our emotions. It affects us physically. It affects our everyday dailies. Whatever we're doing, it will affect it. And that is why last month when I was talking about what I went through, I talked about how your trauma or your abuse could put you at a standstill. It will not let you move forward. And until you understand your trauma, that is when your healing will start. Because when you understand it, that is when you will be able to know how to overcome it. That is when you will be able to know how to deal with it. So, and when you understand it, it will replace this question of you asking yourself, well, why did this happen? To you asking yourself, what just happened to me? And how do I overcome it? And we all have the ability to do that. We all have the ability to overcome it. But the fear of what the society will think about us, it's always one thing that will hold us back from healing. So if you understand that this is what happened to you and this is me, I want to heal from it, you will start healing from it. And putting the judgment by the side. When you are not judging yourself, trust me, nobody is judging you. Sometimes we feel like people are judging us, but actually it's us judging ourselves. And sometimes we think people are about to shame us, but it's us shaming ourselves. Because it doesn't matter what people think about you, but what matters the most is what you think about yourself. If I wake up in the morning and look at myself in the mirror and tell myself, oh my God, I'm very ugly, that is what I will have in my head. And that is what I will leave the house with. And it's gonna make my whole day not look good. So, and first of all, your perception of yourself is what matters most. If you tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna have a good day today, you will definitely have a good day today. But when you tell yourself, oh, it's gonna be a bad day, it's definitely going to be a bad day for you. So why I'm bringing this up now is because some of us, sorry, I'm trying to admit someone, but for some reason it's not connecting the person. But okay, so going back to what I was talking about, trauma is not just an event that happened to you. It impacts your experience. It impacts how you view yourself, how you view the world, how you go about your everyday activities. And that is why you need to understand it. That is why you need to heal from it. That is why you need to, I'm not going to say erase it, because it cannot be erased. It already happened. That is why you need to learn how to deal with it. So I will encourage us to try as much as possible to think about what happened to us. It's hard, like you feel like oh, I don't want to think about it, I don't want to talk about it. But to be honest with you, it's not going anywhere. It's there. It's not going anywhere because it's part of you, basically. So we just have to learn how to heal from it. So with this said, I will encourage each and every one of us to think about what happened to you. Don't think about it like, why did it happen to me? But think about it like, oh, I need to understand what happened to me. And I'm telling you all this because it has helped me. After I've been through what I went through, I wrote a book about it. And to be honest with you, writing the book wasn't easy for me. It took understanding for me to be able to put myself together to write that book. Because when I first started writing the book, I kept asking myself, why? Why would that happen to a child? Why would someone do that to a child? Why was it me? Why is it always me? But until I asked myself, if not you, who would it be? Like, if not you, who else? And I have this thing about me that God allows something to come to us because He knows that we have the ability to overcome it. I know that there are people that will go through things in life that are not able to overcome it. They are not able to deal with it. But when God allows something to come to you, I feel like He will give you the ability to deal with it. And that is why I said that He gave me the ability to learn and understand what had happened to me. And understanding it now helped me to figure out how to heal from it. And when I say heal from it, it's not a one-time thing. It's a gradual process. Healing, I'm still healing from my own trauma. I am not completely healed. And I know it's gonna take some time. And that is why I talk about it. That is why I encourage people to also talk about what they have been through. You're not pressured to talk about it. You're not obligated to, but it has helped me talking about what happened to me and how I have been healing through it. It's actually helping me to manage my my trauma and to manage my healing process. So trauma can disrupt your sense of safety. It affects the way you trust people. It affects the way you see yourself. It affects the way you take care of yourself. And that is why I said you need to understand it and start changing your mindset about it. There's a saying that if you cannot win them, you join them. I'm not saying that it applies to this, but if you cannot change what had already happened to you, you have to figure out, or you have to find out a way to heal from it. And this program is a monthly program. Of course, each month we will have a topic that we'll talk about, that will help throughout the healing process. Just like today is understanding your trauma, which is the first step to the healing process. Next month we'll have a different topic. So I would give time for some of us to, if you want to share your story, to share your story with us, or if you have any questions for me, or if you have any concerns, I'm open to what you have to say, and then I will conclude and we will end this session. But I'm just going to let you participate. And when I say let you participate, I muted everyone and I turned everyone's camera off. But if you feel like you want to say something, I will encourage you to raise your hand. And when I say raise your hand, there is a reaction button right here. If you click on it, it will actually give you option to either give a thumb up or raise your hand. If you raise your hand, I will unmute you, and then you can ask your question, or you can give your contribution, or you can share your story. Thank you all. All right, while I'm waiting for any volunteer to say something, I just want you to also be aware of some things. There are some declarations. Okay, I have someone's hand up. Okay. I don't know who this person is, but I am unmuting you to speak, okay? Thank you for that question. So, like I said last month during our program, what happened to me happened when I was a child. I was 6 years old when it all started. I don't want to go into details about my story because I told it last month. But so when that abuse happened, I used to have nightmares. I used to be hypervigilant. I used to have a lot of things going on with me as a child. But because of the environment where I grew up, nobody knew what was going on with me. So at a point, they tagged it that I'm always scared, because even till today, I'm always hypervigilant. Any little noise around me, you will see me jump. So I kept living with that fear for almost 40 years. And to be honest with you, I buried this secret Nobody in my family knew about it. I kept it to myself. So one day something happened. I think the first time I ever mentioned it was, there was something on the television about, I think celebrities were talking about how they were violated when they were little and stuff like that. And I was at my sister's house. So I turned around and I said to her, oh my goodness, I was abused as a child. But maybe because of the way I said it or because of the environment, she didn't go further to ask me, what are you talking about? So she only said, well, yeah, a lot of children were abused. A lot of adults were abused as children. That was all she said to me. So that now made me stop. So I said to myself, okay, it's not time to talk about it. Nobody will even listen to me, because me saying that and she is generalizing it, that means it's not important. Then few years later, I had a dream, and that dream was exactly the same nightmare that I was having as a child. And I've not had this nightmare for years, for several years. And to be honest with you, I put what happened to me in the past. I never thought about it. So it was in 2023, and I woke up sweating, and I was like, oh my God, why am I having this dream again? So I had my niece living with me, and I called her into my room. I started telling her, oh my God, I have this horrible nightmare. And she was like, oh, Auntie, you look shaken, you look pale. Do you want to talk about it? And I was like, no, I don't want to talk about it. And I still kept it to myself. Then the same week, that is why I knew it was time for me to share my story, because the same week I was listening to a preacher, and he started talking about unforgiveness. And he said that sometimes people will hold on to what happened to them when they were little, and it will kind of put a standstill to what they are doing. But the way he put it, it was just later that I started understanding what he was trying to explain. But the way he said it like the victims were the ones that, like, the victims shouldn't hold grudges against the people that abuse them, something like that. And that got me upset. So I started, I got angry, and I started yelling and scolding someone that was just talking on the TV. And my niece came to my room again and said, Auntie, what's going on? Why are you upset? And then I told her, I said, this guy just said something that upset me. So from what he's trying to say, that means that if you get abused as a child, you shouldn't hold any grudges against the people, against your abusers. That is what I'm understanding from what this guy is trying to say. So my niece was like, I don't think that's what he's trying to say, Auntie, you're upset. Do you want to talk about it? I go again, no, I don't want to talk about it. So she left me alone for like about 2-3 hours. She came back to me and she said, Auntie, I don't know what happened to you in the past, but I think you need a therapy. So I laughed at her. I said, I'm a Nigerian. Nigerians don't do therapy. So she said, okay. She left again. So the following day, I went to her. I said, you know what? I want to talk about this, but I don't want to talk to someone about it. I'm going to write a book about it, because for some reason, I feel like this, what happened to me is still happening and nobody is doing anything about it. I know I'm one person. I cannot do much about it, but I feel like sharing my story will help other people to share their own stories. So with that said, I started writing my first book, my best kept secret memoir, and that is why the name, why I gave it that name, because it was like a memoir, and I kept it a secret for so long. So, and then I wrote that book, and and to be honest with you, it was after I wrote that book that I started feeling like I started healing. Because initially I thought I have healed from what had happened to me. I thought I had overcome it. I had buried it. It's in my past. But to be honest with you, after I wrote that book and I had to talk about it with several people, the first time I talked about the book, I cried so hard, because like each time I think about it, it takes me back to those years of abuses, and it's like me reliving the past. But the whole storytelling and talking actually has helped me a lot. And why I said it has helped me a lot is because now look at me. I can sit here, I can stand anywhere and talk about this story. And when I talk about it, I talk about it like it's a story, but it's my story. It happened. It's a true life story. And so yes, talking about it, it's actually helping me to heal. And knowing that there are people out there reading the book, listening to me, I feel a little fulfilled, because I know that it's helping some people to heal. And I know someone might ask, so what are you doing to prevent that from happening to other people? I am trying to see if I could do like campaigns and stuff. Of course, I wrote a children's book to let people, let children know when they see certain signs, to talk to a trusted adult about it. And because I don't want anybody, it doesn't matter whether they're my friends or my enemies, or my friends' children or my enemies' children, to go through 1/10 of what I went through as a child, or even what I went through as a teenager, what I went through as an adult. I don't want anybody that I know or anybody that I do not know to go through it. It is painful, and it can cause a lot of damages. It can cause a lot of mental issues, anxiety, depression. It can even make people have some ideations that is not proper. It can make you doubt yourself. It can make you doubt people around you. So I do not want it to happen to anybody else. And that is why I decided that I'm going to put my story out there. And I'll keep talking about it until I see a reduction in, I know it's not going to stop completely, but at least a decline in the amount of people that are being abused on daily basis. That is, I don't know if I've answered your question or if I need to say other things. If you think I answered your question, please raise your hand, okay? Okay, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Okay, if anybody has any more questions for me or want to share their story, I'm here. We're just gonna be here and talk. And you're not obligated, you're not pressured to, but I want you to know that you're not alone, that we're in this together. Mind you, I just started talking about this in 2023. So I encourage us to talk about it. This program, when I first started it, it was an in-person program. And I remember there was an older lady that attended that program. I think she's in her 80s. The first time she came, she cried throughout the program, and she said that she had never been able to talk about what happened to her for this many years. And she shared her story. After that day, when we were leaving, she approached me and she said, "Oh my God, I feel lighter." And I said, yes, and it will continue. The more you talk about it, the lighter you feel. And I'm using myself as an example. The more I talk about what happened to me, the lighter I feel. And that is why I encourage people to talk about it, so that you will feel lighter, so that you will be able to forgive these people that did this many things to you. My sister that I was protecting, I remember when she read the book, because I didn't tell her about it until it was actually a book. She was able to figure out all the people that did those evil things to me. And I remember her reaction. She told me, she said, "You know what? I'm going to kill them one by one." I said, "No, you're not killing anyone, because karma is getting at them. Whatever we do, we get the reward. Whether we do good, we get the reward. Whether we do bad, we'll get the reward. We might not get it instantly, but it will definitely come to us." One of my abusers died I think it was a few years after he abused me. Because I kept crying to God. I kept praying. I kept asking, why is this happening to me? Why am I going through this? And why can't I even talk to anybody about this? Yeah, I believe God heard my cries. And to be honest with you, all my abusers, I don't know their whereabouts, but I believe that they are living miserable lives. They might be dead, they might still be alive, but miserable, you know. So, and that is why I started this program, and I encourage us to talk about what happened to you and heal from it. And here we're not talking about just one type of abuse. There are several abuses that could kill someone. It's not only physical abuse that kills, there are other abuses can kill too. And that is why we give opportunity for people to share and to talk about it. So we still have time. If anybody else wants to share, please raise your hand, or you have a question for me, or you have something you want to contribute to what we're talking about. Please raise your hand and I will unmute you and you can talk to us. And when you're going through these abuses, I don't want you to see yourself as a broken person. You're not broken. You are learning to adapt. You're surviving. You're thriving. You're not broken. People might see you like that, but you're not. So I don't want you to feel ashamed. I don't want you to feel scared. I don't want you to, because there's this song by Zach Williams that said, "Fear is a big liar. If you let that fear in your life, it's going to hold you at a standstill. It will not let you move on." And trauma can cause fear in our lives. So please don't let trauma cause fear in your life, and don't let that fear put you at a standstill. So. You help. Yeah. So for a younger Chioma, that Chioma was a very shy person. A younger Chioma will not talk. A younger Chioma can stay in a room for a whole week without saying more than 20 words. I would say to a younger Chioma, speak up. Find someone that you trust. Find someone that will help you. It's one thing to trust somebody, is another thing for that person that you trust to be able to help you. You cannot tell, I'm not saying someone that is going through the same thing with you will not be able to help you, but you have to look at the person. If somebody you know is going through the same thing that you're going through and she's not able to speak up, you cannot expect her to help you because she's not speaking up about hers. So the advice she's going to give you will be like, oh no, don't speak up, just keep enduring it. So I will advise whoever, it doesn't matter how little that abuse is, to please speak up before you die in that. And there was something I always, my sister, the one I tried to protect when I was 6, I still feel like I have to protect her, even as adult. I remember one time when we were teenagers, you know how teenagers will talk, and I was talking to her. I said, if you get a boyfriend and if he yells at you, be careful, that's a red flag. And if he beat you, that's a no-no, because once he starts, he's not gonna stop. Once someone starts to abuse you, it's hard for them, because it's like addiction to them. It's hard for them to stop. So I will advise the younger Chioma to find someone that you trust, someone that you feel would advocate for you, someone that you feel will help you, and talk to that person. And you need to talk to someone to be able to get help if you cannot help yourself. If you remain in that, let's say it's a couple, if you remain in that relationship, you might die in it. There was a story of a singer, a Nigerian singer, that was in an abusive relationship. She would leave that relationship and go home. She would leave the marriage and go home to her family. And then this guy will come begging her to come back. And then she would go back. He will keep abusing her. She will run out of the house again, go back home. The last time she went home, she told her parents, her family, that she would not want to marry the guy anymore. And what happened was, this man went to his pastor, and his pastor went to this lady's family and begged them, telling them that this guy had repented, that they should let her come back. She came back, or rather she went back. Within the same week that she went back to this man, the news started spreading that she got admitted into the hospital. Before the news could come back to say, oh, she's feeling better, the news man came, oh, she died. So this man killed her. So she never told, she kept telling her parents about what she was going through in her marriage. And I know sometimes we have this mentality that once you're married, you're one, you should remain one. I'm not saying divorce your partner. Some of them, they are not doing it intentionally. Some of them, something must have possessed them to do it. But give them space. And let whatever they're going through, let them go through whatever they're going through before you become, how do I put it, a dead victim. A living victim is better than a dead one, because once you're dead, you're dead. You cannot undo it. So the younger Chioma, I will tell the younger Chioma, starting from when that Chioma was 6, you should have told your father what happened to you. You shouldn't have waited until it happened again and again and again, and then you grew up with it thinking that God created you to be a tool, an experimental tool. So I will tell a younger Chioma, if you're not able to help yourself, talk to someone. And if it's a child that this is happening to, and you know the child, if you're not able to speak up for that child, find someone that you trust and talk to them. I know some people will be like, oh, it's gonna get this other person in trouble. That person never even thought about trouble when they were doing it. So what if it gets them in trouble? Let it get them in trouble, because they were looking for trouble when they were doing that. So please, my advice would be to please report it. If you cannot talk to someone, report it to the authority. Please. I know there are some countries that when you report things like this, the whole blame will be on you. And that was what happened in my own case. I grew up in a country where if you report something like that, the first thing they're going to ask you would be, why were you there in the first place? What were you wearing? Why did you wear something like that? Why did you go that side? Why didn't you go the other side? The whole blame will be on you. But if you are living in a country where they have law and order, please report it to the authority. Did I answer your question? Okay. Do we have any more questions? Okay, I think I see a hand. You said about you tend to pick. This is one of the topics that we're going to talk about. I don't know if it's our 4th chapter or something, but I said this earlier. Sometimes when we get abused, it feels like this abuse will give birth to another one, will give birth to another one, and that it will keep on. It will keep going on. And with mine, at the point, like I said it earlier. I started feeling like, oh yeah, it's normal. That's what I'm meant to. That is what I'm meant for. But it's not what you were meant for. You're beautifully made, wonderfully created. You're not meant for abuse. You're not meant for abusive people. And the truth about people abusing people, sometimes it comes from family background. Some of these people that are abusing, and when I say people, I mean both female and male, because sometimes we talk about abuse like it's only male abusing female, but to be honest with you, it's also female abusing male. I'm working on this book that I call Abusive Spouses. Sometimes when you hear abuse, you think about a man abusing a woman. No, it can be vice versa. And sometimes when you look deep into those abuses, you will find out that either they have been through it, or they've been through it, and that is their way of exercising control, or that is their way of showing their power. That is their way of showing their macho. Or they have seen somebody they love go through it, and they feel like that's a way of life, or they feel like, oh, well, when I get married, I will be like that too. But that is not normal. That is not normal. I have one of my friends, cousin, something like that, told her that growing up, she kept saying, oh, that she feels like the only kind of relationship that she would be in will be like an abusive one, because she knows that she's any man that she's gonna go out with will be a man that will abuse her. There's no way she can be with somebody that would not abuse her. So when I heard that, I said, there's something you're forgetting. This tongue has a power of life and death in it. When you are proclaiming something, it will come to you. So you need to cancel that. You need to decline that. You need to say no to that. You are not, I know you have gone out with people that have abused you, but say no. Don't proclaim it. Don't claim it. It's not part of you. So after I talked to her, she cried. She said, I never thought about it. I said, yes, you're bringing this like a curse to yourself. So say no to it. You can be with someone that will cherish you. You can be with someone that will love you to death. Few years later, she started going out with this guy. She eventually got married to the guy. this guy will lick the floor that this woman would walk on. So I told my friend, I said, see, I told your niece that she would find someone that will cherish her. But if she kept having that in her head, oh, I'm meant to be in an abusive relationship, then people that will, you are attracting them. So people that will come to you will be abusive people. But when you tell yourself, no, that is not how God made me. I am wonderfully, beautifully made by God. So no, I deserve someone that would love me and cherish me. And you speak it into existence. People that will cherish you will start coming to you. It might take time. It might not be like something like will happen instantly. It might take some time. But yes, there's someone there that is meant for you. But sometimes we're in a hurry to get into a relationship, or we're in a hurry to achieve something, and we end up making a mistake. But that person that is meant for you is there. So I'm gonna call you sister. So my sister, you are not meant for any abusive relationship. You're not. You are meant to be cherished. And you will find that person who you will cherish and who will cherish you, who will love you and who will you will love. Okay? Okay. I want to see if anybody else has something to say, comments, questions, concerns. After this session, if you feel like you have questions for me, please reach out to me. Or you have any kind of concerns, please reach out and I will respond. If there's anything that I can help you with that is within my reach and within the resources that I have, yes, I will help out. But please reach out. I just want everyone to know that we are in this together. You're not alone. And it's a step-by-step journey. It's not something that we can achieve in a day. It will take some time for you to fully heal from what you've been through. And remember, it did not just affect your body. It affected your emotions. It affected your spirits, your body, your soul. So it affected everything in you. So it will take time for it to heal. You might heal physically, but mentally, have you healed? You know, have you healed in your body? Have you healed in your soul? Have you healed in your spirit? So that is why I said it's a step-by-step thing. It's a gradual process. So I'm still here. If you don't have any questions or any concerns, we have come to the end of today's session, and our meeting again will be next month, the 4th Saturday. I can't tell what day what the date is, but we're going to send the notification and for you to register. And once you register, of course, we will send you an email to confirm that we received your registration. And we will also send you the link on the day of the program, because we want this program to be for people that really want to be here. That is why we'll send the link the day of. We could send it the day prior, but we don't want you to share it with people that don't want to participate. And for all the people that are here today, at the end of this session, there's going to be a link, or we're going to send you a link. And when you click on that link, it will take you to like about 1 or 2 questions. And when you submit your question, it will take you to like the PDF of this topic that we talked about today. And it's from the workbook that I made for this program. So the PDF will have like a little, it will talk about this topic, and then it will lead you, it will take you to some exercises and activities that you can do. If you feel like you want to do it, you go ahead and do it, but those activities will help you understand your trauma, and it will help open up how to deal with it to you. So I will encourage each and every one of us to do these activities and to actually look at the PDF, because I talked about this topic, but I didn't go in details, but the PDF will talk more about it. So thank you all for joining, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. And like I said previously, if you have any questions, concerns, or you want to reach out to me, feel free to, and I appreciate you all.